Merry Christmas, friends, and welcome to day 4 of an awkward week of Christmas, which is the Awkward Tapes podcast Christmas special. Today is Overrated or Underrated Christmas edition, so we might just, throw out some things that have to do with Christmas and discuss whether they are overrated or underrated, give our opinions, let us know what you think at the end of this, and let's get into it because I have one I want to discuss.
I'm very disturbed by Zach.
Eggnog.
Oh,
is eggnog overrated or underrated?
I haven't had it.
Overrated as heck.
But why?
Underrated as heck.
Underrated as heckle.
Because it's not. To be fair, I don't like it.
I haven't had it in maybe ever. I don't
See,
know.
I know a lot of people like to spike it up. And everything, but I'm just saying, eggnog by itself, it sucks because you have to add stuff to it in order to enjoy it.
I like eggnog by
And
itself.
I think that is a solid argument.
I mean, I will say it's a little unfair because my sister makes it so it's not store-bought. And Zach can attest to this. My sister makes excellent eggnog.
It is so good. Like regular eggnog, you can't drink a lot of it because it's
so
very
rich.
thick and
It's a
rich.
sipping drink.
But hers is, you could just drink a gallon of the stuff.
It's like slim and pour.
What? Like Kanye West?
What?
I don't know. You said thick and rich. I was like,
Slim and pour.
So the homemade one is like slim and pour.
See, I thought you said Kanye West because you can only take so much of it at a time.
Yeah.
That was loud.
Yeah, it was. Anyway, so eggnog.
Eggnog,
I don't know.
I think it's very underrated, specifically because even though it's big around holiday time, it gets a lot of hate as well.
It does.
So that's why I think it's underrated. If it got a bunch of
agree.
love, then I'd say maybe overrated a bit. And it does get a lot of love, but it gets a lot of hate.
Yeah, I think it's a little underrated.
I agree.
What's next? What do you got, Zachary? Okay.
So, overrated or underrated? Snow cream.
Oh,
Snow cream?
Have you ever had snow cream?
I guess not.
Okay, I assume you
Oh,
have.
yeah.
Presley?
I'm not going for a hug. I just got an itch.
Oh.
Hug him. Hold his hand.
So snow cream is where you go outside and you get like, I don't know,
Snow.
a big bowl of snow, and then you make it into ice cream.
it's
And
good.
It's actually
Oh.
pretty good, but sometimes it's overdone. And in classrooms, like you can make banana ice cream from snow.
Yeah.
And I remember doing that when I was in grade school.
The fact that these guys don't even know what snow cream is, I think should just tell you it's
I
underrated.
guess it's underrated. Probably.
I guess I'll say it's underrated. Sure.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We gotta make snow cream this year, Evan.
If it
you've never had
snows.
it, yeah,
I'm
it
down.
should.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
What do you mean if? People always say if it snows this year. It never snows in Tennessee. It snows every year.
Yeah, why does everybody
It
say it
does.
never snows?
Okay,
That's one
but-
thing I never got, because you can say, oh, it doesn't snow much. Maybe you mean it doesn't snow much, but it snows every year. Again, from someone who came from Northern California to where it snows like once every 20 years.
For you, it's like a lot.
Because I'm like, yeah, we may not be getting like Buffalo, New York levels of snow, but it's snowing every year.
So the thing is that for a while, Tennessee will go through these phases where like it'll only like ice / snow every few years, and then it's like, oh, lots of snow, and then a bunch of ice, and it just goes back and forth.
True.
Solid.
Anybody else have a topic?
I have one.
Okay.
Overrated or underrated? Snow.
Oh.
On that topic.
Goodness.
That's a really good one, actually, because I could see an argument going either way.
If I had a Jeep, this would be different because I have a car, and when it snows really bad, when it's a lot of ice and all of that, and it snows on the roads and stuff like that, and I can't go anywhere and
I've
drive.
never seen so many
that's
proud
annoying.
rednecks for when it snows, and they're like, "I get you my 4-wheel drive, man.
Yeah.
And you
I
gonna
like
get stuck
to-
out there.
Do
I'm
we
gonna
need-
pull you out my 4-wheel drive."
Do we need to inform Leighton that a Jeep is in fact a car? Do we need to inform him of that?
Actually, it's a
an
truck.
off-
It is a vehicle.
It's a
It's a
four-wheeler.
truck because a Jeep is a body sitting on a frame, whereas
I know, but
cars are subframe bodies.
Wow, so
four-wheeler.
I see my joke was taken very literally.
It's a truck, man.
Zach still not... Okay.
No, I think Leighton was saying it was
still
annoying
doesn't know.
because he has a car. I don't think he was
Yeah.
calling a Jeep a car.
I don't know what I. No, I wasn't
know-
calling
I don't
it a
know what you
car.
were thinking.
What I'm
Well,
saying,
apparently my joke
Let
is
me
meant to be
rephrase.
only literal. It cannot
That's
have
correct.
any comedy in it. It has to be extremely literal.
if I had a better off-roading device, I would be like, snow, bring it on.
Yeah.
But I don't. So I'm going
Well,
to
I say
say
that anyway.
overrated.
I agree. I think it's a little overrated, even though I love it.
I think it's. I don't know. I think it's underrated
Why?
because
That's how he feels.
Because that's how I feel. In Tennessee, we don't get enough snow. I always love snow. It makes me feel cozy. It makes me feel like
love
what
just
I
laying in it.
imagine others who love rain feel. You know how you want to cozy up inside with a nice book. That's how snow makes me
I've
feel.
never thought that once in my life. I'm sorry.
When it snows, it makes me want to snuggle up with a nice Call of Duty
Yes.
Yes.
and play online after
Yes.
being out in the early of the morn,
Early of the
exploring
morning.
the silence,
Scavenging
of a fresh snow
for my dinner.
Oh, and that's another thing too. The silence that you get with snow is amazing.
True
because
dat.
everything's dampened.
Dampened.
I will
yeah.
say, if I have nowhere to go and I can stay at home, underrated. If I have to drive somewhere, overrated.
True dat.
Because then you have, well, but then that's not even snow's fault because it's ice. But then you have the ice.
You got
True
the
dat.
idiots, you got the rednecks, you got the people
Indeed.
that are
All right.
overprepared, underprepared, just properly prepared.
Properly prepared. All right, and then I have two. I don't have to go back to back, but I do have two. What are your guys' thoughts on Christmas Eve? Is Christmas Eve overrated or underrated? How do you feel about it?
Christmas Eve is very underrated.
All right, explain.
I have always said the hype up to Christmas Day might be better than Christmas Day itself. Like, just because you're so excited for that one day, and when it gets to that, like all the movies, the lights, the songs, all of this. But then when it gets to Christmas Day, it's a great day. Don't get me wrong, but after that, it's kind of over with.
Christmas
yeah.
villages.
Christmas villages. And so Christmas Eve, it's always just like, this is it. There's one more day. And a lot of people might watch a bunch of movies on Christmas Eve, or might open, a gift or two and snuggle up beside the fire or in the fire, or
Snuggle up
whatever.
in the fire.
That's what I do.
Oh, man.
I would say underrated
Yeah.
because, so me and Presley, we're related. So,
By marriage.
by marriage.
Obviously.
And so on one side of our family we go on Christmas Eve and the other side we go on Christmas Day. So it's just kind of that's the Christmas time. It all kind of bundles into those 2 days. And I think most people, they only get to do Christmas on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Maybe they have Christmas Eve parties, but I don't think it's the same of how we kind of have it to where it's both days is Christmas is tied into those two.
Okay.
So I would say it's underrated.
So we get 2 days of Christmas.
We
so
do get 2 days of
suck it.
Christmas. We open gifts on Christmas Eve.
That's really
one
nice.
side.
Christmas Day.
What do you
Yeah,
guys think,
Christmas
Zach
Day.
and Evan?
I think it's a little overrated just by the slightest bit. Slightest bit. We always do a tradition. I think everyone does this probably, but where you open one gift on Christmas Eve,
Yeah.
and that's cool. I like that, but it just makes me want Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, luckily for you, you don't have to wait too long.
Oh
Yeah.
I mean, it's wait one more day.
That's what I had to say about that comment. Get it?
Also,
Yeah.
as being someone who has a birthday 3 days after Christmas,
That is very fair.
You got the short end of the stick there, buddy.
That is very fair.
Christmas birthdays over.
He got the short end of the candy cane.
So does he get the hook?
yeah. I can't tell you how many Christmas birthday presents combinations I've gotten over the years.
Yeah.
It's oh, this is for your birthday and Christmas.
No.
I want double now. Go back to the store and give me some Dino Nuggies to make me feel better.
Evan, what do you think, though?
All right, for me, I was just curious because I've heard arguments of some people being like, why do we need a pre-holiday for our holiday? They're like, what's the point of this? It's a pre-holiday for it. And then I've heard other people be like, oh, well, I like it and this or that, and they use the same things that you say, or they'll just say that, hey, it's an extra day off.
True.
So
Don't forget about
And
Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
that is also kind of, even though it's not an official holiday, that is also kind of a thing. to
That's an
where-
Awkward Tapes holiday, because that's when we filmed our first episode.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, but
wasn't
no,
there.
I think it is a little underrated. I don't think it's that underrated, but I think it's slightly underrated. But no, I see it both ways. I just wanted to hear. And
I'll
then
give you a candy cane for that statement.
thank you.
One note.
And then does anybody else have any others, or can I have
Presley
one
has
more?
a point.
Oh.
This tree
This tree.
was our decoration on our first episode.
That
was.
is true.
Our very first episode, which is almost a year ago.
Throw it out
That's
later.
crazy.
He's gonna what? No. Oh my gosh. Layton, what do you have? Do you
cry.
have one?
No.
Okay, you suck.
I mean, I have a second one. Just I don't know if
Okay.
I didn't want. Okay, so to me, this one is the most controversial because I feel like people either love it or hate it. Christmas music. What are your guys' thoughts on Christmas music? Because some
that's
people absolutely
tough.
love Christmas music. Some people despise it.
In my opinion, overrated.
Yes.
Overrated.
As much as I love Christmas, I agree.
I would also say it's overrated. I love like hearing different Christmas songs and whatnot, but I know especially for people like if you work in retail or if you happen to work in something to where you just hear the same Christmas songs over and over again for like 8 hours every day. They're like, okay, I get Santa had reindeer.
Yep.
You know, the bells are jingling. You know,
I'm listening.
all I want for Christmas is for this to turn off. Like,
I love Christmas songs for like the tradition and just like the
yeah.
Nostalgia.
experience and
The feel.
nostalgia. But when it really comes down to it, and you like listen to the songs, a lot of them aren't great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's
agree.
some that are pretty good, but then most of them are just they're,
And
they're not
everybody's
good.
got a version of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, everybody has their own
I've
version
heard
of
some
it.
bad versions too, like really bad versions.
Oh yeah, just real. This is a tiny bit of a change of subject, but what are your guys' favorite Christmas songs? Or like, what's your favorite one? Or up there?
Ooh. Oh gosh, who's that really famous guy back in the '60s? He did a lot.
Bing Crosby?
No.
Bill Cosby?
Oh,
Bill Cosby?
No.
Yeah.
All
It might be. Was it Frank Sinatra?
No. Dang it!
Can you move Buddy the Elf in here?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Buddy, come in here.
Come here, buddy.
Do you
but
know?
thank you for showing.
I'm
what's your
singing in
favorite?
a store, and I'm singing.
Hey,
That's
go
my
sing in the
favorite.
North Pole.
That's my
Yes, there
favorite
is.
Christmas song.
I can't think of it. It's a Christmas song. I know that's the name. A Christmas song.
Oh.
Oh.
And it's by I can't remember his name.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. that
Yes. No. He
Yeah.
also has really good regular music that isn't Christmas music.
one? Sure it's not Frank Sinatra?
I'm positive. I'll look it up while you guys discuss.
Okay.
All
Is
I
it Nat
want-
King Cole?
Yes,
Oh,
I love Nat King Cole.
okay.
Love
Yeah.
Nat King Cole.
I know who
I will
he
say
is.
my favorite.
he has a great name.
Yeah.
I really like Silent Night. I think that's a really
That's a
nice
good one.
nice song. Or like the first Noel. Oh, that's a good one.
What's the one
Yeah.
that goes?
All I want for
Jingle
Christmas
bells?
is you.
It was in Home Alone.
Oh,
That one. I like that one. There's also some like modern day arrangements too. Some people play it as rock songs. Sounds
Yeah.
really- it's like really energizing.
Yeah, I know
They
what
get
you're
an
talking
orchestra to play it with them too.
are you a goose?
No, hold on.
Have y'all heard the Polar Express song, but like with lyrics?
No.
It's called "Believe" by Josh Groban.
I have heard of
It's
that.
very good.
Oh, wait, never mind. You showed us that. I think it was last Christmas, actually.
Oh, really?
I think so.
I love
Or the
that
hot
one.
chocolate song.
Yeah, that's a good one. Trying to think of some movies that might be overrated or underrated.
Also, my favorite's Little Drummer Boy.
Just say
Oh,
Elf.
Elf.
I love Little Drummer Boy.
That's
There's some great
that is a
ones,
good
but
song.
That one's my favorite. There are some versions of the song that are pretty bad, or well, maybe not bad, but that are pretty not great. But there are some that to me, I'm like, oh, that's a really good version.
Is Elf overrated or underrated?
Underrated, son.
Okay, I would say underrated just because I know that all of us here absolutely love it, and some of us may
Elf.
think that because of that, maybe it's a bit overrated. You know, Elf only gets like 3 out of 5 stars.
Yeah.
What?
Yes. I'm sorry, Elf.
It's
Maybe
better than
I mean,
that.
maybe among this group we may think it's overrated just because like we all had like spoiler alert for our first ever episode. We all had Elf as our number 1 rated Christmas movie. But even with that, I'm like, just so many people hate on Elf.
They do.
I mean, you don't think of it, but just I mean, obviously they're the minority, but it's still like Elf averages about 3 out of 5 stars, and it's just like man, that's a disgrace. That's too little.
Leighton?
I know this is rare in a debate, but you know what?
Yeah.
You changed my opinion.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I was gonna like what you just said. I completely agree. Like I initially thought like, It's got to be so overrated. Everyone's like, it's the best, and whatever. Like, it's not like amazing, but it's a fantastic freaking movie.
I think it's amazing.
Well, okay, it is amazing, I guess.
Heart, it's
but,
got humor, it's got Elf.
Yeah, I just thought I would probably
You
underrated.
can let him have his opinion.
But
Got Will Ferrell.
But if you're saying like it's 3 stars and it gets all that hate, then yeah, it's definitely underrated.
Your opinion doesn't agree with
So
mine, so you're wrong.
now it's underrated.
Yeah, just because I'm like, I remember when I first looked it up, and maybe the scores changed, or maybe it's 3.5 stars. My apologies.
3.1.
Even if it is 3.5 stars, that's still too low.
Yeah.
But,
I have another one.
oh, yes.
Christmas cards.
Okay,
Overrated.
I think that they are
Overrated.
very overrated.
Get rid of
you.
them.
Thank you. Thank you.
I will say it was
Hate
really funny. I think I can say this. I just won't say any names. Jamie and Trey, who is
You just said
my
names.
sister and his brother. Well, those weren't the names I was talking about.
These
I'm
names
like,
are
I gotta
safe.
admit the timing was funny.
I will say okay. I will admit that is very bad timing. Those weren't the names I was talking about.
I will not name names. So Jamie and Trey.
That is. I admit that was on me. That was poor timing.
That was hilarious.
So, not naming names outside of Jamie and Trey. Jamie and Trey, my sister and Zach's brother, who are married, they got a Christmas
Legally.
card from somebody, and those are the people who I will not name the names. But they got a Christmas card from somebody, and they were like, "Oh, can we have your address so we can send you a Christmas card?" And they were like, "Oh yeah, sure, that's fine." So they gave them the address, and they got back a Christmas card. But it was blank and had nothing inside. There was nothing personalized to like the people at all. It was just a random Christmas card. Like they didn't sign it. It didn't have their picture. It didn't come with like a little cute cheeky message or whatever. It was just a normal Hallmark
That's
card.
gotta be an
That's
accident.
terrible.
I'm like, if they did that on purpose as a joke, I think that was absolutely hilarious. Just I don't know if they
like
did.
something I would do.
Here's the thing. I get it. Tradition. You know, people have been doing it for years. Traditions are cool. I like Christmas traditions. But I think the point of Christmas cards are to like kind of, you know, show what you've been up to during the year. Or,
Sort of a text.
you know, and I think a picture is like a form of that. Like, oh, that's what they look like this year. What are they doing? Whatever. We have social media now.
Yeah.
That's what Facebook is for, or Instagram, or whatever. We don't need Christmas cards anymore. So I think they're.
That is a lot of effort for like nothing in return because you know you're not getting one from them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
They're so expensive too.
they are.
That's
Yeah,
what I
it's
was
very
gonna say.
expensive.
What is that Ron Swanson quote? Or maybe it was someone else, but it was something like Christmas cards were invented by Hallmark to make money or something. I forget the exact. It was something
Not
like that for
surprised.
someone. I was gonna say my only thing would be Shmev. If we're going by your exact set of logic, I may actually disagree, just because
Oh, yeah?
I think not necessarily that they would be more important, but there is something valuable about having a physical copy of something opposed to just seeing it on like a Facebook post. So I agree with you overall, but if I'm going just by the Facebook thing, I'm like, you know what? I would rather get a Christmas card than have someone on Facebook be like, "Oh, Merry Christmas."
Yeah.
Still alive.
Yeah.
So like, what is the appropriate amount of
got you.
time that you have to hang on to that Christmas card on your refrigerator before you throw it out?
I would say 0 seconds.
It's
Oh, that's
January
nice.
oh, that's so
Honestly,
sweet.
go ahead. I don't even want to send out Christmas cards.
Yeah.
I'm like, just you know what? If I like you and you're in my life, you'll see me. If not, then
I was
I
gonna
wish
say,
you luck.
I don't think I'll ever do Christmas cards.
Probably won't.
Well, that's the thing. Well, that's
I
the thing
think-
to where I say that if I get married and then my wife's like, "Oh, let's do Christmas cards or whatever," then I mean, probably will. But
Honey?
if it was just me,
No, honey. No.
Honey, we're getting a divorce. Sorry.
I will say this:
That's
for
the
some
reason for a
people,
divorce.
like for instance, my brother Trey, he does it to also keep up his relationship with his clients, and that I can understand.
well, because he's a
good.
businessman, so
And
yeah.
that's part of his business. So like stuff like that makes sense to me.
And he actually like set up a thing in his house for Christmas cards. Like he got like some actual lighting and camera and whatnot. And they hired like a Santa or something to come. And Santa was reading
Yeah.
stories to the kids.
Wow.
No one's gonna like you're not gonna get a Christmas card from just me, like a single guy just by himself. Here's a bunch of pictures.
Wait.
Here's a
It's-
bunch of pictures from my year and how I
That
changed.
would
That would
be
be
not
Presley,
hilarious.
can it just be like
Just-
it's just a picture of this?
Yeah. Yes, please. Just a Santa hat on going.
Just once every month, the same thing, and then Christmas is the same picture with a Santa
Yep.
hat.
No, but you're not even wearing a Santa hat. It's like you edited it on, so it's the same picture.
That is
photoshopped
funny.
it so there's no extra effort.
There you go.
Well, you know what? I think we might have to do that and just put it on Instagram.
That would be really funny.
We should do that.
All right. That's good for that one. Thank you for coming back for day 4 of an awkward week of Christmas. I almost forgot it. I was about to say just the awkward
That
tips.
would have been awkward.
Yep.
Featuring the dope new music I made. Enjoy.
Yes.
Dopening music.
Dopening. Buddy, thanks for being back here. Really appreciate it.
Thank you,
You've stayed excited this entire time.
I love the enthusiasm. Wait, just real quick, Zach, can you hand the mic to him? Buddy, do you have any final words you'd like to say?
I love you.
That was truly inspiring, wouldn't you say, Show?
What a guy.
Say so, Schmev.
So, Schmeeshmo? Yeah. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for coming back for day 4 of an awkward week of Christmas. Come back for day 5, where we will be playing Family Feud.
Oh.
I will be Steve Harvey. Yeah, thanks, guys. We really appreciate it. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and thank you for joining us for a session of awkwardness.